When I let everybody know I'm playing Forza Horizon 8, you think people will be surprised?
I don't know what freaking iteration it's on.
Probably on a PC. I expect that if the next Xbox doesn't... Like, okay, so... The next Xbox, I expect it to be out before the PS4 in 2020.
Right.
I expect Microsoft to go back to their old bag of tricks and say, well, the last time we beat them is when we came out a whole year ahead. And I
Let's
think,
try it again.
let's try it again. Let's see if we...
Get
So
'em.
that means that they might actually come out with that shit at the end of next year.
The only that still look back is they just released a Scorpio, so they made people literally get that shit for nothing.
That's why I don't understand. Why did he even say anything about Scarlet? I don't hear a lot of chatter about Scarlet like I did about Scorpio.
It's really they
But,
don't have games.
that too. What's going on, Young C's?
I see. My little milk dud.
I think the original Xbox is a very good Xbox as well.
Yeah, I never had the original one, but it seemed like I didn't even have a chance. Good job, Mr. Milky. Hey,
Good job, Mr. Hairline. Can you please, like, don't make a fake account to come in here and hype up your own debate. It's been a long fucking day, you idiot.
Hype up your own debate.
This guy literally has the least amount of subscribers out of everybody else that seriously wanted a debate. And this random one person comes here and says, debate Blitzy.
Hello, pet.
Well, if it's only 3 people on my side gonna watch this debate, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 0 on his side. So I guess this is a good thing. We're making so many text messages, so many people to talk to because of these fucking debates, bro.
Yeah, you know Jay took to steal his copy back. Was that Axes? Debating Blitzball. Isn't that a character from Final Fantasy? I think it's the minigame from Final Fantasy 10. Blitzy ball. Play with Blitzy. He's your friend. Jay, you wanna play with Blitzy? He's your friend.
Shut the hell up. I'm gonna look at my own foot.
My new best friend. Blitzy ball.
My hairline is a clitzy claw. Wiggle.
No, that's not proper. No Blitzy. More balls.
Foot. These debates are really annoying.
Yeah, man. This fucking game penalizes every mistake, yes.
Let's go to history.
Where's the debate? It's in your butt. I really like it.
What?
It's debating versus the cafeteria lady about her Xbox preference. She might win this debate, guys. No lie.
Did this guy just say a cafeteria?
You debating your old lunch lady from the cafeteria days in high school? She said she hates Sony too, man.
Oh. Dove versus Zest. Did this guy just say? You guys are crazy, bro.
Debate a bar soap. There was a dude called Mr. Soap in here earlier. I banned him. He's
It's
being an idiot and
hilarious.
stinky. I don't like a real soap.
So this guy, Doxy, came from the guy I'm about to debate. He came from his chat to my chat to hype up a debate, and that's all you could send. Like the last couple people send up at least to 3 or 5 people, right? This guy could only, and it's only like 4 people over there. It's crazy, bro.
Fight with your new
I'm
best
gonna
friend.
debate you when I'm ready. I'm not done researching your live stream. What the fuck?
My name is Blitzy Ball. My name is Blitzball, yeah.
He has like 2 pages open with just the chat section. And then he has the other, what is that shit called?
What is the Dorito chip?
The other section of the page open is Discord. A lot of weirdos. Oh, he's also following Fertinga on Discord as well.
I'm shocked. Another dumb little kid who follows another dumb idiot. I'm shocked.
Oh boy, you gotta love it, bro. They're so much the same, bro. Like, he started live streaming the debate from Discord. That's so sad.
Come on, man. How's he going past her like that? Fucking stupid.
Okay. Young Siege, you got moderator, you know, like...
Yeah, he's a mod.
He's a mod? Okay. Let's see. Anybody else? I don't really notice the rest of these guys.
He's trying to roast.
It's Uncle Harry and Theo Bill.
He's definitely gonna roast us a little. Probably. I mean... I'm here for the debate.
How the fuck did he
I'm
get
not
past
here
her that quick?
to, what is it? You got a trash ass mic. But either way. Come on, man.
I like
Sounds
making...
like a Logan Paul creature.
Yeah. It's funny making... It's funny making him, okay, Mario or Coca-Cola? Pick. I'm gonna let you pick. Mario or Coca-Cola. Or, we're gonna do Mario? I mean, if we feature Mario, they can't dislike Mario, right? Like, who fucking dislikes Mario, bro? Like,
Maybe Mario.
let me go see what the preview looks like for this. It looks alright. No, that's not gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Where's the Mario skins? Maybe, yeah, there you go. Mario Bus. See, if I show Mario on my live stream, then I will always win debates. I like this. I like where this is going. We're gonna show the Mario Bus. Guys, this debate is gonna be intense because my hairline said so. How about that?
That's disgusting.
What? Say something?
Was that Brian?
Okay, guys, my experiment with a cold water bottle on top of a PS4 Pro is working.
You're a strange black man.
Let's see what you do. This shit is completely melted into water now. That shit, wow, that actually worked. Huh. Where's the other water bottle? Okay, guys, we're gonna debate in 18 fucking seconds. Let me get this bottle of water and pour it over top of Brian's stinky feet. As you all know, Brian is a stinky human, and so guys, I have shown so much Nintendo stuff on his YouTube channel. I have confirmed that I'm getting a Switch. And I don't think you guys need to understand that when I say I'm going to get something, I'm going to get it. So don't worry, I'm going to be having a Switch. It's just, I can't feature the gameplay on the YouTube channel Cause Nintendo's gonna
Yes.
fucking flag me down.
Face J-Tech, I beat it.
Fuck you. Nintendo's gonna flag me down, and I don't want to get flagged down by Nintendo. I'm gonna troll Nintendo. We're gonna see how much they like me trolling them, and then I'm gonna continue to troll the rest of the gaming community with things like this. So I just wanted everybody to know this is Gran Turismo. This game looks better than anything on a PC that does not include Mario. How about that? Ranner, foot.
What do you think, Mr. Meowky? Meow, 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 meow.
Fucking cat hates
Good
you,
job,
bro.
Mr. Meowky. Go to sleep. Good now, animal.
So you ready for the debate? Since you finished your little race,
Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna fucking eat some nachos and laugh at the city.
you got some nachos now.
I got Pringles.
Nachos?
Nachos.
That's not even no, bro. That's no. Just for that, bro. We can't look at that Mario Kart. We gotta look at something better, bro.
Give Mr. Meowky a snack too. Good.
We gotta look at something better. So PC fans, what do they like? Anime? I love anime, but it's disgusting that they like anime. Like I don't like that they like anime. It like pisses me off because I'm a big anime fan, but the way they like anime is man, so weird and perverted.
Don't they watch the perverted ones?
No, they create their own.
Oh, strange.
Oh, bro, I got a Bob Marley van.
Rated
Bob,
RCCs. That's where you
Huh?
got it from.
bro, look at this Bob Marley van with. Bro, this Bob Marley van.
Cheech and Chong? The fuck?
Bro, I swear to God, that is awesome.
He died a dumbass way too. Wasn't it like a fungus in his toenail?
A fungus in his
It was
foot.
something stupid. Yeah. Dumbass way to die.
Telling you,
Debate, I
bro.
guess.
It's just like this. They really went all out with Gran Turismo. Like they made a lot of car skins. They did a very, very good job, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie.
Frog Club.
I might buy this game for you. If I ever see this shit like $20 again, hit me up, man. I might pick this up for you, man. I don't want you to miss out on the game. You know?
I was gonna wait till it was a PS Plus game, but yeah, I'll take
Am I
that.
supposed to be doing something?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be debating somebody or something?
Yeah, I think he called you, or are you supposed to call him? Does that work?
I don't know. I was just looking at these fucking sparks. Do you look? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like the skins, bro. Like they're amazing skins. These cars are just phenomenal. It's like you don't even see shit like this. Like I could just let this be the picture for debates for now on. I might do debates and I just feature Gran Turismo because I could just look at you. You get what I'm saying, right? Like just amazing, beautiful, bro. So gorgeous. Ah, such a gorgeous game. You don't play a lot of games like this. You got any ideas for a new car skin I should look up?
I mean, you've got just a plethora of options, right? How do you even pick?
I don't even know. Maybe I should put Sonic. Pokemon. Yeah. Most of these guys, this guy seems like he has a Pokemon type of character. So if I pick Pokemon, maybe I'll win the debate. Pokeball, Clo. Rated R. Hold on, man. Don't I got a Pikachu car? Bro, I got a Pikachu car, man.
He said get on Discord, LMAO. Debate him now, LOL. Why are you guys laughing? You guys are retarded.
Is there something funny about debating
Debating. What are you guys, like a bunch of goons from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Who the fuck talks like that?
Bro, I'm trying to figure out a nice, you know, a nice car skin to use when I debate this guy. You gotta have the perfect car skin. This is gonna be the featured game for all debates. Gran Turismo.
That man would never answer my question. Just wanted to know what TV you had, but anyways, I'm out. The hell just happened? Oh, J-Tech. He wants to know what TV you have.
I have a Sony Bravia, 2017 model, 4K HDR. If you want the specifics, I'm gonna have to go to my Amazon account.
Meow meow. He wants specifics. Meow 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 meow.
No, you fucking don't.
He's
Stupid
just thinking,
cat.
ma'am.
Oh, I got a Fanta, a car skin, the soda. Somebody made a car skin for that, and I have a Pizza Hut car skin.
Damn, Pizza Hut. I'm
Bro,
hungry.
they went crazy on this shit, man. I think I got a Forza. Yeah, here we go. Forza Motorsport 7 car skin. Oh man,
How
that'll
much did
be.
this game sell?
I think it did over 1 million. It did good. It did good. Like a lot of people think it did bad. It did very good in Europe. And then I guarantee you, when it was at $20, a lot of people picked that shit up.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to figure out where my other Xbox car is. Is this one? I just want to pick a good. I think I'm gonna feature an Xbox car, because if I do that, then people will think I'm playing on an Xbox. I still got enough time to trick people.
Oh, it's up an estimated 3 million SVG chart, so yeah, it's definitely over 1 million.
Damn.
They made their money back.
Yeah, they made that right now. I think I can do better than that. There's like a Pokemon. There's like a Pikachu card that was like one of my favorites. It was one of the best Pikachu skins they ever made. No, not that one.
Pika, Pika,
No, not
Pikachu.
this one. Nope, not that one. I'm getting down to the early shit. Where's the good shit? I have a Rick and Morty. I have Rick and Morty car skins out the ass. That cartoon is so underrated. Don't, hey, tell this guy I'm about to debate him. Like, just hold on, man. I need the perfect car skin, man. I gotta have my fucking Pikachu, man. Like, I can't debate you and you look at a shit car skin. You gotta have the best car skin in the fucking world, man. Damn, Son of Sam, you're not making this easy, bro. Like, what should I do? Should I do like Rick and Morty, or should I stick with trying to find Pokemon?
Stick with the Rick and Morty.
Nah, you just saying that because I already wanted Pokemon. How about that? What?
Read my mind, good sir.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna stick with Pokemon. There's another amazing Pikachu vehicle, primarily white.
That's racist.
I wanted to get it and use it because it was white. And where is it?
I'm about to watch the Luke Cage fucking season finale.
Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, we found the car. Now we can debate.
Dudes
Ranner.
are fucking anxious. I think they got a bedtime. There you go.
Possibly.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much. So you reached out to me for this. I'm wondering why
Doesn't have
specifically
trophies.
you reached out.
I've done 7 debates this weekend. So, I'm just doing all debates because obviously people don't think I will do debates, and it surprises them when I do debates. So, plus I'm not a big fan of typing for hundreds and hundreds of hours in a comment section because starting tomorrow, like every other work week, I don't have enough time to do debates, and I don't have enough time to go back and forth with people in the comment section. Plus, I think you made a video about me today also.
So I'm not gonna lie, huge respect for you for actually reaching out to me and doing this. I've personally been fishing for one for a while now.
Fishing for what? A debate with somebody or a debate with me?
You more specifically, but really anybody would do. If
So you didn't watch any of the 7 debates I did this weekend?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I did one with some guy to like 15,000 subscribers just not too long ago. So, hey.
So,
all summer.
Would you like to be the main
I mean,
subject?
you made a video, something about exclusives. Once again, I've already talked to
yes.
people about this, but I want to know what your opinion on exclusives are and why you believe they're good for the industry.
My opinion on exclusives, personally, I believe that they are not very good for gaming as a whole. Now, my whole
I like this code.
sort of lookout on this is consoles and PCs alike should have to sell on their hardware and their hardware alone, because this would increase and give both console and PC gamers better platforms to play on.
I want to agree so bad with everybody that gives me a similar point like that. Based off of, I think, 4 out of the 7 people I've debated this weekend, I've strongly disagreed and had to debate them down to the wire of being just no stamina at all for the debate. Don't want to do that to you this early. All I will say is that exclusives make a platform unique. That is the game that when you go to a retailer or when you ask somebody about that platform, what should I get this platform for? You can't really debate hardware. People will automatically tell you that Xbox and PlayStation are basically the same. I've heard that last generation, even when the PS3 was actually way more powerful than the Xbox 360. Casual retailers would tell me that they're basically the same. Fans would basically tell me, oh, there's nothing different about them. It would always come down to exclusives. Last generation, you know, being a year ahead of the PS3, the Xbox 360 had a lot of third-party support, seeing as though it literally was the very first next generation console that generation, and no other competitor was out. The Wii wasn't out, the PS3 wasn't out, and they got a lot of support by third-party developers. Starting the first year, third-party exclusives that a lot of people don't like, that developers continue this generation where they put a game on the most popular platform for a year to get a surge in sales, and then when they get what they want, they bring it out on another platform. We saw this with games like Neo or Token and Kiwami or Yakuza or I don't know, it's a lot of games. Dragon Quest Warriors, Dragon Quest 11, it was only on PS4 in Japan. This year, when it's getting localized, it's coming to the PS4 and PC only. So, exclusives sell a platform, and for third-party developers, they do believe that exclusives are a lifeline, sometimes.
Now, my thing with exclusives, if it was like a first-party exclusive, such as what Nintendo does, I'm completely fine with having a first-party exclusive on the same company's console. But when a company buys up a developer and not really forces them, but makes them put that game on only that console, either it be forever or for a limited amount of time, I feel like there's a little bit of difference there. I feel like there's a little bit of a philosophical difference in how these two things come, I guess. I can't really think of any better words to say.
Okay, well, that's nice. I definitely have to agree with you. In terms of Nintendo, seeing as I got a Fortnite invitation. Okay, seeing as though with Nintendo, I'm still a big fan. I've been making sure. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah, so I'm a pretty big fan of Nintendo. It's hard for a lot of people to believe that, but I'm trying to make sure people know that. A lot of people think I troll about it, but no. I've played Mario on my PS4. I got Pokemon featured right now on the PS4 while doing this debate. Um, it is what it is. So I agree. Nintendo has games like Smash Brothers, Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Kirby, of course Pokemon. That it makes their system what it is. People will buy their system for those games. It would seem awkward if those games were on another person's system. But the example you used about a developer, a studio or a company buying a studio or a developer and making sure that those games only stay on their platform. I want to say that I will just take your words out of context purposely due to the fact that someone just did that and nobody seems to have a problem with it. Microsoft just brought Ninja Theory, an independent developer since last generation, contracted with many different types of games, and they brought that developer. They acquired them so that those games could stay exclusive. The people that made State of Decay, they were the people that made State of Decay 2. They were indie developer. They brought them. We Happy Few, they were an indie developer. They brought them for the specific reason that they can continue to have exclusives underneath their belt. I don't see a problem with Sony owning studios like Sony Santa Monica, which has been Sony Santa Monica forever. They purposely only make God of War games. Or Naughty Dog, which has been partnered with Sony since the 90s, literally, making Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter and Uncharted and The Last of Us. They have always been exclusive to Sony. Those games that I named, it's what PlayStation is known for. Now, Crash Bandicoot is no longer exclusive due to the fact that this remaster is what it is. The classics are still on PlayStation 1, PS2, PS3 and 4, but in Vita. But as you can see, there's different examples of that. Now, if you're saying a game like Bloodborne, which was a partnership with Sony Japan Studios and From Software, which had a partnership with Demon Souls, the game that inspired Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, then that's a different thing. That's a partnership that the developer also thought was good. So it's not, I don't see a problem with that. Now, there was games like BioShock, which Microsoft last generation paid so it could stay exclusive. Or Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and all other DLC for Grand Theft Auto 4 on consoles. They paid so that the DLC could stay on Xbox 360 and not be on PS3. It hurt PS3 that it couldn't get that DLC that people wanted, and they had to go out and buy an Xbox 360. Things were a little bit cheaper than people did that shit all the time last gen. But I can understand what you're saying. I'm not a big fan of timed exclusivity. I think that all developers that do third-party timed exclusivity, they should be forthcoming with the fans and the gaming community on their plans for multi-platform expansions. You know, like Crash Bandicoot should have never been held as a secret last year, all last year, literally, while I was doing my videos. Activision, it was up to them, not up to Sony, not up to me. It was up to Activision to come forward and let the gaming community know that the game was going to be on everybody else's platform this year. But no, they waited until 2018 to give out that information, making everybody believe that the game was exclusive.
Okay, so let's say an example of a Call of Duty Black Ops, or sorry, World at War. I'm not really caught up. World War II. Sorry, I'm not really caught up with Call of Duty anymore. But they still get PS4 still gets DLC 30 days early. Am I correct?
I guess so. I'm not a Call of Duty fan either, so I could care less. I mean,
Um,
I don't buy Call of
but
Duties. The only Call of Duty I have is Black Ops 3, and they gave that to us for free, and I have since deleted it from my hard drive because it is garbage.
oh
So,
yeah, the game's trash. But either way, let's say PS4 players were to get an exclusive gun or maybe an exclusive map pack, and that were to never come to any platform. How how would you feel knowing that in this case a whole two or 3/4 of gaming, if we're talking by major companies, being Sony, Microsoft, PC, Nintendo, 3/4 of gaming would not get to experience using that map pack or using that gun? How
I I
would you
I don't think it's good, but it is clearly the same developer that tried to prey on people's emotions for games that they grew up with as a child to capitalize on multiple sales and the maximum amount of sales is Activision. Activision makes
so
Call of Duty, and Activision
right?
have the rights for Crash Bandicoot. They made sure they did advertisements showing off people that were kids playing Crash Bandicoot, and as they are adults last year playing with their children. It was very sentimental. It was very touching. It sold a lot of copies for the PS4. Also, they maximized sales by keeping as a secret that it was later going to become a multi-platform title. That game sold 3 million. It sold 3 million on one platform last year because they kept it a secret that it was going to become multi-plat. They knew exactly what they were going to do. They did that specifically due to the fact that there were so many active users on the PS4 and that they could make that much money. It is not confirmed that in 1 year on any individual platform that Crash Bandicoot comes to this year that it can sell 3 million on the individual platforms that it's placed on. So Activision is very smart when it comes to business and selling things. So I can't blame Sony for what Activision wants to do with the highest selling gaming console in the market. That is completely Activision's responsibility. If they want to make that partnership with Sony, I don't think Sony's going to say no, seeing as though it can increase the sales of their platform. But Activision has to strike that deal, and they have.
But see, I don't think consoles should sell that way by offering either exclusive content for a game or games early or just completely exclusive games. Again,
Like I said, I agree with you, man. I don't like third-party exclusives. I'm not a big fan of it.
I do know it is pretty much required now for console sales, but especially since Sony and Microsoft, they do sell their consoles at a loss. But either way, consoles shouldn't be 5, 6, 7 years behind the modern PC hardware. They should be cutting edge.
So you think that
$500.
consoles should be cutting edge and still be sold for less than $300?
No, I think
Well,
that for example, Microsoft.
all of these
Sony,
debates,
Xbox
I've heard
One
one thing. People don't like exclusives because they don't want to go out and spend $300, right? So
Yes.
the technology you're saying for consoles this generation is primitive. Is that what you're saying?
I am saying console technology is primitive in comparison to PC.
Okay, so $300 is primitive for that technology. So if it was up to whatever PC fans, and I'm talking about different PC fans, think it should be, right? it will be even more expensive. So if it still had exclusives, I would still have to hear excuses like, I don't want to pay $700 for another console. I want the game on my platform. The more advanced technology a console has, you better believe that it's going to need good exclusives to sell it. Selling a game system on multi-platforms alone, being expensive, let's say the next generation of consoles, which is 2 or 3 years away, are going to be at least $200 or $300 more. Then guess what? That's $600. That's $700. So I'm still going to hear the excuse that I don't want to pay $600 or $700 for another console because a game is exclusive there. But they need that exclusive to sell that high price of a system. Now, $300, $200 is very cheap.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, $200 to $300 is very cheap. You can get a used PS4 for $260. I've checked GameStop last week. Xboxes, you can get them for $220. It's pretty cheap for the technology you're getting. I don't know how cheap I can build a PC that can do what my PS4 Pro can do that I paid $400 for. It's doing 4K. It has amazing graphics. Some games are 60, some games are 30. I'm happy with my investment. It's giving me the games that I really, really like. And I can't play them anywhere else.
With you being happy with your PS4, I have a problem with you saying, yeah, we got...
I'm trying to get back on topic where you said that console technology is primitive. This is the first time I heard a PC fan talk bad about the console technology from all 7 debates. You're the first person that said that. I think everybody else had the respect to not say that when you have a lot of people that I've exposed over 2 years begging for Detroit, begging for God of War, begging for The Last of Us 2, begging for Days Gone, begging for Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding. You can't call the technology primitive if there are so many games I can pull out of my ass that you guys want. It's a disrespect to not only the system, but the developers that work very, very hard to make their dreams come true on this platform. So you calling this technology primitive, you're disrespecting all the developers that other PC gamers want their titles on. So actually, you're disrespecting all the PC fans that I might have exposed inadvertently that want this game that I'm playing, Gran Turismo, or want the game I might feature next week, which is Horizon Zero Dawn, or in September, which is Spider-Man. These games clearly don't look primitive to the people that want them, right? I don't ever hear anybody say, I want this game, but it looks primitive. I've never heard anyone say that.
Graphically, no. But can it look better on a different platform? Yes.
I agree with what you're saying. The game, this game on maybe the PC could look better, depending on the specs you have, depending on the hardware, but
it could also look worse.
It could also look worse because the majority of PC fans don't have a PC that can run what the PS4 Pro can run. A lot of people are younger, they don't have jobs, they don't have the budget to put their money into games that are $60 that look like AAA titles. That's a fact. Talk to lots of people. Lots of people.
I'm not really saying that graphically the PS4 can't produce, because it certainly can. I've seen gameplay of Detroit. It looks great. I certainly want to play it, but I'm not going to go buy a PlayStation to play it.
That's perfectly alright. I don't want anybody to buy a PS4 that doesn't want to buy it. However, I don't want to continuously see people want a developer that has partnered with Sony to put their games over here to say that it's not right. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and games like this clearly would not sell on an Xbox, and they might not even sell to the point that this game has sold on the PS4. There's 2 games that have sold 1,000,000 that I'll use as this example. A game called Neo later got ported to the PC. That game sold 1,000,000 in 2 weeks. Detroit Become Human sold 1,000,000 in 2 weeks. God of War sold 3,000,000 in 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. 5,000,000 in 1 month. I think Uncharted 4 is over 8,000,000. Horizon Zero Dawn is over 7,000,000. There's tons of AAA multi-platform games with multiplayer elements that can't even get 1,000,000 in the first 2 weeks. And they're on multi-platforms. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I just don't like seeing people keep begging for a game where the rest of that fan base just won't respect it by buying it day one. This helps a lot of developers that work hard on these games. They have a job. Their job is making games. They expect people to buy it day one. What if somebody makes you a fucking burger, but you don't have the money, or you claim you don't want to buy it day one, and then you want to buy it 2 weeks later, or maybe a month later, but they don't give you a new burger. It's just the same burger. Spoiled.
Okay, so my thing about this, sorry your mic is echoing a little bit. Might want to adjust that. I heard my voice through your speaker or whatever. I think it's fixed. But either way, my thing with buying games day one, unless reviews have come out early, unless reviewers got the game early and reviewed it positively, like let's say Metacritic were to give it 8.7 or something, I don't think you should buy the game day one. I think you should wait a week or a month even to wait for these reviews to come in, so you know if you truly know if you want to buy it. Like
okay, so let me get this as an example, right? Crash Bandicoot is gonna come to the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and the PC on June 29th. That is literally the same date that it came to the PS4 last year. So it's been out for a whole year. Tons of gameplay, live streams, lots of pictures posted. The reviews are good. I think it's sitting at an 80 or 81 on Metacritic. So you mean to tell me, even though the reviews are out, even though tons of video footage is out, people should wait an additional amount of time before playing the game they already waited a whole year for, just to get new reviews?
I'm saying...
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, because there was another example like Neo. Neo came out first on PS4. It's a console exclusive. It's not going anywhere else. People had already live streamed the game. People have already posted gameplay. PC gamers were watching it. They wanted that game. They put out a petition. They contacted the developer. They got the game on their platform, and still it did not sell as fast as the console. With an increased install base on PC, I'm trying to figure out why was people still waiting to pick up the game they knew already. They already knew about it. They already saw the reviews.
In the case of Batman Arkham Knight, I believe it was, that game ran well.
I know about Batman Arkham Knight. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about games current generation that got ported over to PC. PC community wanted a game. They got their wish. There was a game called Token and Kiwami. It was a Monster Hunter style game. The game first premiered on PS4 later that year, very, very late that year. It ended up going to PC. Dragon Quest Warriors. That was an amazing Dynasty Warriors Dragon Quest game. It started on PS4. It ended up going to the PC. Still, why have to wait for more reviews if people already saw it? They liked what they saw. They made petitions. They went on Twitter. They asked for the game. They ended up getting the game. So why wait additional time? It's proven that you guys wait additional time because the game doesn't sell as fast as the very first console it was released on.
So let's say Recore, it's a bad game, but let's just say, as an example, were to release on PS4, and people would buy it. Just as a complete example, Recore is terrible again. But if people were to buy it day one, and then they don't realize that the PS4 version runs even worse than the Xbox One version, and then they feel scammed. I know there have been a lot of things about games being ported over to PC and then running terribly for the first couple of months, and then through improvement patches running better.
Don't you guys patch your own games sometimes when they just get abandoned?
You mean like gamers patching the game, not the developers?
Yeah. I heard many stories of you guys being able to fix certain things that a developer won't fix via mods or graphics and textures and all of that stuff that is not there or not to your liking.
Like I had to change personally. I had to change the Witcher sense in Witcher 3 because it gave me motion sickness and I would almost throw up whenever using it.
Well, I think you have a valid point there.
And that still to this day hasn't been fixed.
Yeah, a lot of games,
as far as I know.
a lot of games that PC fans seem to get ports for, they end up not being good as console ports. And I don't know. No one has told me about this, why they think this is so, why the developers kind of like put games over there. I don't know, like unfinished, I guess. But I don't know. I don't primarily game on PC, so I would not know all of the problems you guys have.
As for unfinished games, most of that's in early access in Steam. So Steam has like an early access section where you can support developers while they're still developing the game, making patches, adding content, yada yada yada. And that's where most of our bad performing games come from. That's where most unfinished games come from. As for that problem.
Yeah, I'm still here. So, you guys wait for games because you don't believe in the developers. You don't trust the developers will give you a good experience similar to consoles. We get patches a lot over here too. Our games are not that unfinished that they're unplayable, but we get small patches all the time. There was certain games that were exclusives that didn't have photo mode, and then later on we got photo mode for those games. It's a great feature. So I kind of understand a little bit where you're coming from, but I've never had experience with a game from this generation that was unplayable without a patch, or I felt that I should have waited for without that patch. You guys might have that experience, but it seems like you guys have a bad history with certain developers and you have spread that along to other developers and you don't trust them. I don't know if it's out of spite because a game comes to your platform a little bit later, but if you really love a game, if you really were waiting that long for a game, I would not wait an additional month or additional day. The way that I saw the begging for games like Crash Bandicoot, the whole community wanted that game. I don't see anybody skipping that game day one. I mean, to the fact that I saw people literally cry about not being able to play that game. So when that game comes out in 5 more days, I expect it to sell very, very well.
So do I.
So why would you wait if there's already information on how good the game is? It's been out for over a year. Nobody should wait. Now, if you don't trust the developer like Activision, I don't trust them at all. That's why I skip all the Call of Duties. But I don't trust them. A lot of people don't trust them. I guess maybe if you want to see if a friend is having massive amounts of problems running that game on PC, maybe you might have to wait. But I do believe people on the Nintendo Switch and Xbox are going to get a similar port experience. At least the Xbox is getting the PS4 version Nintendo is getting a modified version made by a different developer. I have no information on a particular version the PC is getting for Crash Bandicoot. But if I'm correct, it's probably going to get the PS4 port. And you guys will be able to run it at a higher frame rate and resolution, of course. But I don't see a reason to skip the game. I mean, you got to have faith in these developers, because if you guys continuously wait to buy games, more and more developers will make you wait.
So the thing is with Crash Bandicoot is that is a tried and true game. It's been successful, and unless they're not changing anything major, it's going to be a good game. At least I think it's a good game.
So are you buying it day one? Were you one of the advocates that wanted that game on the PC platform?
Yes, I want more gamers to play more games.
So are you going to be buying it day one?
I am not buying it day one.
Is it a reason why you're not buying it day one?
Because frankly, it doesn't interest me that much.
So you're advocating for other people that you can't name to buy the game, but you're not buying the game.
I probably won't, but that's just because I don't really care for Crash Bandicoot.
Has there been any PS4 exclusives that got ported over that you actually brought day one?
Excuse me, you cut out a little bit.
Has there been any PS4 exclusives that got ported to the PC that you brought day one?
No.
So, Neo, Dragon Quest, Toukiden, none of those games, Legends of Heroes, none of that?
No.
So, you advocate for games to be on every platform, but the games that do get ported over because the developers have listened to the cries of the PC community or other gaming communities. They put that game on your platform, and you, the one that advocate for games to be on every platform, don't buy this new slew of games to go to other platforms. I mean, next generation, there will be more multiplats. Towards the end of this generation, a lot of games will go multiplat. But it's hard to believe that somebody that's supposed to care about games being on every platform can't tell me a single game that went to your platform late that you picked up. I mean, Neo is $20-something on Steam. I did my research with a debate I was on yesterday. You know, then you got a game like Final Fantasy 15, and that's like $20-something as well. That came to the PC platform after Xbox and PS4 release. You know, you got Nier Automata, which never was an exclusive to begin with, but the game is cheap and people still didn't buy it on PC. I'm trying to figure out what games are you playing that ever was on PS4 first, so I can better believe your campaign for goodness.
I played GTA, but I didn't buy it day one.
And is there a reason why you didn't buy it day one after waiting 2 generations?
What are you saying? You cut out again.
Grand Theft Auto came to PC after 2 generations. Why did you wait additional time?
Because 1, I didn't have a PC, and 2, it wasn't on sale.
So, at what price did you buy Grand Theft Auto 5?
I bought it for $20 during the last Steam Summer sale.
I brought the game 3 different times. 2 times for $60, and the last time I brought it was for $30. That was the lowest they were going to sell it for. Recently, they sold the game for $17 on this new sale on the PlayStation Store, but I didn't wait long enough. I got the game digitally for the very first time last year during PlayStation sale. This year they had it for $17. Last year I brought it for $30, which was half the price of my last 2 purchases of Grand Theft Auto. The fact of the matter is, developers will stop believing that you guys really want a game on your platform if you can't support them day one. They know more than I do. This is their game. They keep track of these sales. They know which platform is supporting which game. So you can't judge them. You can't try to rush them by putting a game on a platform where so many people wait. I've talked to so many people that are telling me that they're waiting for a game to go at a lower price. They don't have the money. They're still in school. Well, you can't expect the developers to take such a big risk and losing potential money. So if they put it on the two most popular consoles first, that's not their fault.
But on the other side, you have a bigger potential player base if you release it multi-plat instead of just...
Those developers never make the decision to exclude you guys. They just make the decision to get the day one sales where they will get them. They're not going to get them on PC because you guys have a good platform. You have Steam. You guys trust Steam. You believe in Steam. You know that Steam will be there to help you get a game at a reduced price. I don't believe in the PlayStation Store. I do now. I didn't last year. But when we started getting these new flash sales where games were dirt cheap, $4, $5, $10, $15, I believed again this year. But the generation is almost over. There's 2 more years left this generation for consoles. So I expect to get games at a reduced price that I might have passed over. But you guys are skipping on new games. And developers see that. They see that in their sales report. This is not something that I'm pulling out of my ass. They see this and they treat you guys accordingly. There's 2 examples I will use of games that came to your platform or are on their way to your platform that are multi-plats. Injustice 2 is the first example. The game came to PS4 and Xbox One first. It also came to mobile first. It waited a pretty long time before coming to the PC. And the developer, it was their choice not to allow you to know if it was on its way, to try to maximize day one sales for the consoles. And they were very successful in doing that. Then when they released it on your platform, after a lot of people actually wanted it on your platform, there was no more buzz. There were fans that had bragged to me about me being wrong about the game coming to your platform that I went back to check with, and I asked them, did you pick up Injustice 2? And they tell me no. I'm waiting for a Steam sale. Can I ask you, did you pick up Injustice 2?
I did not.
Again, another example.
Maybe Injustice 2 was just a mediocre game.
So every game that came to the PC platform at a later point in time, you yourself do not own.
I own GTA.
That game is kind of excluded. It was released on 5 different platforms.
Sorry, shut up.
5 different platforms. PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PS4. And then it came to it came to the PC. So literally, that game was released on 2 different generations of platforms, and then Rockstar decided to give you this game. Just listening to their pattern from Grand Theft Auto 4, I can see that they're going to do the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2. They're going to make you wait a long time. It's not because of what is that fucking word? Oh God, I can't remember that shit.
What do you think? Would you like to describe it? Maybe get a
I don't know. I don't know what that word is. Fuck, I can't remember that shit.
I know.
But basically, a lot of the excuses for Rockstar that I hear from the PC community for not bringing their games to your platform day one is that they have to take additional care. However, Rockstar has made it abundantly clear they're not very fond of the piracy that follows behind a game like Grand Theft Auto. We understand that there is piracy. They're not a big fan of it. It is an open world game. It's a playground type of game. They understand that there's going to be piracy. But they definitely need the sales to make good games so more people can play them. And they can't sacrifice that by releasing it on PC the same time as consoles and have more people buy it on PC. Sorry, more people play it on PC without paying for the game. So that's why they've been making you wait their last 3 major titles. They've made you guys wait way more longer each and every time. I would hate to say that I think they're going to make you wait even longer for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I just don't know. It could be 2 years, it could be 1. We don't know.
Okay, as for GTA, the reason that took so long to release on PC is because they were developing the ultimate version. Not because
everybody's kept telling me that, but
piracy.
You can't use that excuse all the time.
That's the excuse that Rockstar used.
That's the excuse Rockstar uses to get maximum sales on a new platform. They butter your biscuits so you guys can feel special. A lot of developers tell you guys that all the time. It doesn't matter if it's working, but it's not true. And then, even though they butter your biscuits, you still neglected to buy the game day one. They wanted you guys to feel special enough to buy the game day one. So you're telling me them buttering your biscuits is not working because you're still gonna not buy it day one?
Because the developer is nice to me, I'm not gonna buy a game day one. It should be a I'm not emotionally connected to Rockstar North. The way I see it is, I make a transaction with you, you give me your game, that's the end of our connection. I'm not emotionally invested in Ubisoft, Rockstar North, Activision, or whoever.
So when a developer talks good about the performance of your platform with their new game, you should not brag about it if you're not going to buy it day one. There's no point in bragging about Rockstar, talking about how smooth Grand Theft Auto 5 can run on PC if the bulk of the people listening to their statement have no plans in spending $60 day one for that game.
I don't see why you should.
Exactly.
You should wait for reviews to come out to make sure that there's no glaring...
If everybody waited for reviews, nobody would buy the game, and the sales for day one titles would evaporate, and a lot of developers would lose money, and the development time for their next project takes even longer.
Or maybe they should make a product that's so good that gamers will trust them enough to buy their next game, such as CD Projekt Red. I'm probably gonna buy Cyberpunk 2077 like week one, if not day one.
Did you buy Witcher day one?
That CD Projekt Red.
Did you buy Witcher 3 day one?
Quality content.
Did you buy Witcher 3 day one?
Sorry, I did not. But that's because I didn't have a PC whenever it released.
I hated The Witcher. I'm not a big Witcher fan. I do not like Witcher 3.
That's you. You do you.
But guess what?
I
brought that game day one, and I did an unboxing, and I posted gameplay, and I gave people my impressions.
Okay.
I'm a console gamer. I'm a console gamer. I brought that game day one. I hated it, but I still brought it day one based off of hype. It then grew to one of the best games, one of the best RPGs a lot of people are saying ever made. But I did my part as a gamer. I did my... It's up there, but I brought the game day one. I'm proud of that purchase, although it was not my cup of tea. I believe later on it got the patch that it needed for 4K and HDR for PS4 Pro users. The game, as low as I saw it, was $17.99 on PS4, so next time it comes back on sale, I'll probably pick it up. But the fact remains, they can count on more console gamers to support this one multiplat. It doesn't matter which multiplat it is. They can count on console gamers to buy a game day one more than they can count on the PC community. And this is why we get favoritism.
That's because PC has more games.
Well, you can't say that they have more games and then say that we have to wait for reviews. You got to pick one one excuse. Is it both excuses?
Why not both?
Well, this is why your game sales are so low and developers lost
Because
trust.
our player base is spread across more games. We physically and digitally have more games to play than every console ever. Except for maybe the Atari 2600, but that's just shovelware.
Well, look. Oh man, yeah, Luke Cage is awesome. Well, look, man. You gotta understand that. Wow. You can't fault them anymore. Then, like, it's public knowledge, not just these debates, not in the comment section of anybody's video. It's public knowledge. They get the sales report. They never disclose. Once a game has gone multi-plat, they never disclose the sales of the individual platforms. They don't want to embarrass anybody. But behind closed doors, they clearly know which games sold the most. It's just like when they tell me Neo sold 1 million in 2 weeks. It went to PC later that year, and then they couldn't give another update until almost the halfway point of this year. That means it did not sell as fast as it did on the PS4. They understand. They've done many tests. Like Nier Automata, it only went to PC and PS4. Or Hellblade, it only went to PS4 and PC. Those developers already knew which system sold the most copies. It was between PS4 and PC. And whether you guys have a higher install base, the day one sales are just not there. It's no match for consoles. And if they want to make you wait, I don't see a single problem with it. I think you guys should understand that you have to wait if you're already planning on not buying it day one, and then once it comes out 6 months, 3 months, or even a year later, sometimes that's how these things work, they come out and then you still don't buy it for another month or more. I mean, this is why they just always leave you guys behind. Okay. Now you have your own market, which is the indie game market. You have the indie game market, which has been very good to the PC community, and that's how you get a good majority of some different types of games, and I agree with that. That's good. Not every third-party developer cares about the day one sales. They're going to get the sales where they can get it, like Activision with Call of Duty, but, I mean, there are some other developers that really don't trust you guys, man. And there's some pretty big developers. I think that I can't tell you how to buy a game. I don't think I have the right to say buy a game day one, but I think everybody should be acknowledged that your actions and not buying a game day one will later on harm the rest of the gamers that for whatever reason want to buy the game day one on the PC, because some developers are going to make you wait.
I'm looking at the Neo Complete Edition Steam page right now. The reviews are saying mixed. That's a reason why I shouldn't buy the game, because people who have bought it either day one or week 1 or week 72 have concurred that this game is okay at best. And that's why I don't generally buy games day one. Wait for things to come out, see how people react to it, and then base your purchase off of other people's reactions.
That might work for you, but this is the point I'm trying to make. Why? Okay. Why should anybody beg for a PlayStation game if you have no interest in it enough to buy it day one? People have been watching live streams for Detroit Become Human. It would never happen, but if that game ever came to PC, that developer is not as big as Naughty Dog. It's not an in-house studio. That developer is actually an independent studio. They just contract all their games with PlayStation because that's where they get the bulk of their sales. Their games are very different. If you watched any live streams, you would know that. And being so different and being so high quality, they can't afford to not get good day one sales because it would hurt them more than anybody else, seeing as though they're an independent studio with high expectations.
The thing is with a David Cage game is that games like that have such a good legacy behind them, like a Heavy Rain, even though it is memed a lot, it is a pretty good game. So people would buy it based on, hey, David Cage has done good in the past, he's probably going to make a good game now.
Well, that's true. That's true for the PlayStation community, but the game was never sold on PC. We don't know how you guys would act. They don't know how you guys would act. They contracted with Sony. It's no other way they could go about it because they needed a big budget to pay for the actors, the mocap studios. Everything that they had to do for this game to do what it did, they didn't have the money to do it. That's why they contracted with Sony. As an indie game developer, they would have never been able to create Detroit on their own.
And I feel that's the reason Sony gets most of its exclusives. Sony helps with the development by giving money, and then gives sometimes, most of the time, extra money to buy the developer. And then they continue to...
They haven't brought a developer in over a generation now. The last developer they brought, I believe, was Insomniac, if I'm not mistaken. No, not Insomniac. Sorry, Sucker Punch. That was last generation. And Media Molecule. Hey, Son of Sam, what's the last developer that Sony brought? Was it Sucker Punch or was it Media Molecule? I'm trying to remember when... Because both of those games came out last gen, Infamous and Little Big Planet.
I think they bought Sucker Punch
What did
last.
Sucker Punch make?
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with them.
Sucker Punch, what did they make? Infamous, Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Now they're making Ghost of Tsushima. So they brought them last generation. That's the last developer they brought. So I can't agree with what you're saying as far as them buying developers to keep the game exclusive. They contract to get exclusives, but they haven't brought a developer in over a generation now. So I can't agree with that. They make partnerships where other developers would not see a good partnership. There's nobody on the PC side to really speak for you guys. There's no one company that controls the PC market. So you can't really strike up a deal to get some funding for a game like, I don't know, Demon Souls, the game that started the Dark Souls movement. I don't know who From Software would have talked to on the PC side last generation to get that game on PC exclusively or get it made, period. I mean, the funding applications weren't even created, like GoFundMe or Patreon or whatever the other one is. So the game would have never existed if it wasn't for the backing of Sony.
What about games like Star Citizen? You might have heard of it, you might have not. But it's a game that is
Star Citizen hasn't been finished yet. It hasn't.
It cannot run on
Biggest ripoff
non-PC
in
hardware.
history.
Yeah, Star Citizen hasn't officially came out yet, and it's not completed. I've kept up with the updates. I don't think you should use that example. I think you should try to use another example. The game hasn't been completed yet. We don't know how well it's going to sell. It's been a lot of money shoveled into that title. That game better sell 5 million day one.
Shoveled a lot of money into it.
Yeah, that game needs to sell 5 million day one. Hopefully nobody waits on that game.
But the thing is with games like Star Citizen, though, is that it's in early access. We already know what the gameplay is like. With games such as random exclusive number 65, we don't usually.
What is random exclusive 65? What is that?
What the gameplay is going to be like.
What are you talking about? You said random exclusive 65? What is that?
No, I was just thinking of a random thing.
Just give me a name of an exclusive that's on PS4 and you don't know what it's going to be like. Okay, I'll help you out. Ghost of Tsushima. There's currently a petition right now to get that game on PC. There's a lot of PC gamers that saw that amazing gameplay and they think it's very interesting.
Could be because it's a good game.
Yeah, but the game hasn't came out yet.
Okay.
So how do you guys know the
Slice
game's
of
gonna be
gameplay
good?
We have seen.
Have you saw the gameplay?
That no. I didn't really watch.
How about you watch it while we have a debate, and then you come back, give me your opinion when you've been watching it. But
Watching it.
watch it in the highest resolution your TV can go. I guess it'll be 2160p 4K. That's what they're showing.
What are you saying?
I just sent you the link. Now remember, this is the people that made Sly Cooper. This is Sucker Punch. Sony brought them after they were successful with Infamous 1 and 2. And this is a game that probably would have never been able to be done on PC. The budget probably would be crazy, and it probably would have took too long. This is what we're dealing with Star Citizen. The game has been in development since the last generation of consoles, and I don't even know if it's gonna be finished in the next. I don't know if it's gonna be finished in the next 2 years before the next generation.
Probably not.
Yeah. So do you think that Star Citizen might end up going to the next generation of consoles, since they're clearly gonna be more powerful than this generation of consoles? And nobody over on PC kind of like owns Star Citizen, because PC is an open platform. That's why games come and go as they please. Do you think the game might eventually just go to the more powerful consoles next gen?
The reason we have games that come and go as exclusives, as in they start off and end off multi-plat, is because most games, I'm gonna use Undertale as an example, they launch on PC, gain the money to launch on console, and then from there launch on console. They weren't meant to be exclusives in the first place. They just are on the PC to raise money to become a multi-plat. Because these developers, either like MK, like what are they, MKBK or something, the guys who made Cuphead, they probably didn't have enough money. I mean, they had to put out mortgages on their house to develop their game, and then it was a huge success. Sorry, I kind of lost track there, but either way, the games, they raise money on PC and move to multi-plat once they raise enough money.
Yeah, so they can make even more money. But Kickstarter exists. That was the other example. A lot of developers been using Kickstarter, and there was a lot of examples of developers that used Kickstarter that came out, and the game still sucked. A lot of people shoveled money. It's Friday the 13th, and of course Mighty Number 9, which I'm pretty sad that it sucked. I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan, but I wanted Mega Man to come back a little earlier than he did. He's now coming out this year in a proper way. But Mighty Number 9, I think, gave Capcom the push to look back into Mega Man, so I'm kind of thankful for it. But I never supported Mighty Number 9. I've only supported one. Fucking bitch. I've supported one game on Kickstarter. I'm gonna go through my email. I think it's called. There we go. It's called Indivisible. I played the demo. I supported them with about $5. I think I supported them with $5 the year before last, which was 2016. It was supposed to come out last year or this year or something. The developers have my money, my $5 for this game that I got to play a demo of, and I fucking loved it, and I want it. I want it really, really bad. But they have not given any updates on it. It's a similar thing like No Man's Sky. Game launched on PC and PS4 at the same exact time, and it got a lot of hype. It got a lot of hype, but it was a bad game. They have changed it. Yeah, it's a lot better now, but you know, I mean, when you're talking about indie developers, it's a hit and miss sometimes. And I played a lot of indie games like Dylan, which was helped by the Sony indie developers over in Europe, and it was an amazing game. It's such a different game. I've completed the game, got my platinum, gonna probably double dip and buy the game all over again for the United States. But some games are good, some games are bad. I don't know how Star Citizen's gonna be until it's completed. But it has it seems sometimes people say it's a black hole for money, you know.
Okay.
So hopefully it does good. But that game needs a lot of day one sales, and I don't think you can sit up here and assure me that the developer that worked hard on that game and got a lot of people's money are gonna get good day one sales. Not specifically because people don't know, because you said there's an early access, but also because some people might not be able to play such a powerful game. Can your PC run that game?
Star Citizen is that it's not going to get any more demanding. So whenever it releases, it's going to be able to run on probably mid-range hardware. So consoles, decent PCs, stuff like that. And Star Citizen, I think, is a preview of the next generation of both graphics and scale. And it's really a thing. It's ahead of its time, I think.
Yeah, it's been ahead of its time for 2 generations now.
It is a preview of things to come, I guess is what I'm trying to say here.
I would like PC if somebody controlled you guys, but with you not having any backing, no solid backing. Let's say Nintendo has themselves, Microsoft or Xbox, they have themselves, and Sony, if they want to get a game done, hey, they got themselves. They have connections with the music industry and the movie business. They can make sure they keep bringing out AAA quality titles. With PC, you guys don't seem to have a financial backer, so the games are all over the place if they're good or bad, and maybe that's why you guys have trust issues supporting any title day one, because you're not comfortable, or you just are unsure if the game is going to be good.
So let's say Ubisoft were to release a new Tom Clancy game. Reviewers are saying that it runs terribly, the mechanics are mediocre, and it's pretty much just... Okay, let's just say The Division 2. The Division 2 comes out. People are reviewing it, saying it's mediocre at best, sort of like Division 1. Would you buy it day one, knowing that the reviews are already out early, and they're mediocre at best?
What game is that you're talking about?
The Division 2.
I played Division 1. I didn't like it. I think it was a beta or something for it. I played a lot of that, and I was not a big fan. I'm gonna blindly get Division 2, not because of reviews, just specifically because it's in the city of Washington, D.C., where I work most of the time. And I'm just very curious to see if they can do a good, let's see.
Representation?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. It seems like Ubisoft did The Crew 2, which I beta tested today for over 2 hours during a debate. And that game did a horrible job of all cities that I visited. And the map was this... God, it was horrible.
Yeah, the map looks like a little doodle of America.
They did not do a good job. Texas was on the East Coast, and it's not an East Coast state. They missed a lot of states. I think they only had like 20 out of 50. But just saying all of that to say I'm going to blindly buy the game for my own personal interest. I'm not buying it because I think Ubisoft's doing a good job. The graphical engine looks kind of like more the same, similar to what Destiny 1 and 2 did, but it's probably clearly being in a different map, and I don't know. Hopefully it's good also. Hopefully it is. I know the cinematics for the game was a lot better than the gameplay, which I'm not a big fan of, but you know, it is Ubisoft. They still survive off of showing cinematic representations, but that just made the gameplay look shit. So I'm not going into buying this game because I think it's gonna be good or look good. I have personal interest. You might have to use another example.
Okay. So, like, back to the Crew 2. I, as well, beta tested it. I actually did a live stream, just yesterday, I think it was, driving from LA to Acadia in, East Maine. Well, at least the Crew says it's in East Maine. I don't know where it actually is. And I played through the whole first one on Xbox One because it was free. I personally liked it, but as a sort of geography study tool, it's not good at all. You can use Google Earth for that.
Yeah.
While games should be realistic, if the developer says they want it to be realistic, it shouldn't be to the level where it either makes the game boring or makes the game hard, or harder than it should be. Hello?
Yep, still here.
Okay, sure.
There we go.
You got anything to say?
Oh, that's a good picture. No. I mean, I don't know where that was really going. I think you were trying to use an example of a game that I didn't have research on or a review on, and how would I know if the game was good?
What I am trying to say, not what I think I'm trying to say, is that games should be what the developer wants them to be. And if they are set in a realistic place, like, let's say a game were to be set in Kyoto, in Japan. If the developers want it to be a perfect representation of Kyoto, they can do that. But on the other side, if they want it to be a non-realistic representation of Kyoto, they should be able to do that too. And if you want a study tool to look at America, Google Earth Street Views got you covered there.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but, you know, I was looking for one building, not for two. I went to my city to look for a landmark of Washington, D.C., and I only saw three. The White House, the Capitol Building, and the National Monument. But, you know, I saw three different types of buildings that look like my building, but then I found out that they weren't, or they didn't look enough like the building to be it. But it seems like it's the same exact city, because I played Crew 1 and I went to Washington, D.C. I played Crew 2 and went to D.C. And it seems like it's similar. They've added a lot more buildings. The graphics look a lot better. More grass, you know, better skyline. Still a lot of flat textures in the shops. Not a big fan of that. But yeah. So what's the next topic, man? Because this one's kind of low.
About the Crew.
Ooh, look at that.
Sorry, I forgot where I was. I kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Again, about the Crew. All of the cities feel the same. Like, Salt Lake City looks the same as Las Vegas. Las Vegas looks the same as LA. LA looks the same as New York. The only difference is the setting in there, and I don't feel like they were trying to go for a realistic representation of America. if they were, they wouldn't have put Texas on the East Coast next to Florida and make Florida look absolutely huge.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm pretty sure Florida is like a quarter of the map, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Florida's pretty big. Didn't know it was that big.
I might be
You
exaggerating.
guys are debating about Florida?
Yeah,
It's at
Florida's
least, like,
awesome.
I don't know, a fifth. Either way. You have anything else to say? Or
Nah, I'm done with that.
should we change topic?
Yeah, we should definitely change topics.
Okay. So, how do you feel about the refresh of last-gen consoles, such as PS4 Pro and Xbox One X?
It's something that Microsoft engaged in first, and it became normal. They did that with the Xbox One S, including a 4K Blu-ray player, and then of course you have them starting something that a lot of people don't like Sony starting, the pay-to-play online, which Microsoft did all last generation. They even increased their price from $50 to $60 last gen. Sony only did that this gen, but it is something that is kind of a nitpick thing. But as you said earlier, hey, everybody understands they needed more power to play these new types of games, and even though they could be played on the original PS4 and the original Xbox, yeah, I guess I don't really believe what I'm saying, but they could be played on the PS4. But Xbox needed help, and it wanted to get out of this jam, this narrative that it was weak, which it was. The original Xbox was always weaker than the original PlayStation, and they wanted to get out of that jam. It kind of hurt because they were very, very late to the game. I think the Pro came out way before the Xbox One X, and the Xbox One X came out that following year. And it's like, even though the X is more powerful, it's not showing off its power, just showing multiplats. It's not a good selling point for it. They should have games like Halo, Gears, and Forza take better advantage of.
That is part of the reason why the Xbox One X is selling poorly. But I also believe that it is selling poorly because people are saying, oh, this is part of the Xbox One family, and then they're going back to E3 2013, I believe it was, where they unveiled the Xbox One. It is absolutely terrible. And that's adversely affecting sales. People are associating this, frankly, good piece of hardware that can run games at 4K, 1800p, in that range at 30, 45 FPS. They're connecting it with this super weak, always-on VRM, well, used to be always-on VRM machine, and that's super hurting them. But either way, I was gonna ask another question, but I forgot. You have any questions for me?
Do you think it's good to have a powerful console?
I think it's good to have options, to have both the weak, the medium range, and the powerful console.
Well, we've had that this generation, so I can't disagree with that. But Microsoft didn't want to be the weak before the Switch came out on the market, so they changed that narrative by bringing out the X. Then they were more powerful than the PS4, and the Switch came out last year, and then they were last place as far as power, and it hurts Nintendo. I think if they would have not decided to make a hybrid system, they could have focused more on the main base of the system, put some more higher technology in it, and thus not get skipped so much. Because a lot of developers use a cheap excuse of not supporting the Switch due to the engine that they decide to use, and they don't really care if it's scalable. They just put that engine on that game, and even if they know the Switch can't handle it, they don't make any alterations so it can be on the Switch. So there's a ton of games that people are gonna play this year. Like, I don't know, I don't agree with it, but hey, it is what it is. People are gonna play Call of Duty Black Ops 4. People are gonna want to play Madden. People are gonna want to play the new Assassin's Creed, and of course, people are gonna want to play Fallout 76. But none of the big titles are coming to the Switch, even the Red Dead Redemption. So the Switch, by it being weaker, it's not necessarily helping it at all. When there's so many third-party developers with their foot in the next generation, meaning better games are going to come out, and they have to get ready for next gen. And I think Nintendo's just not. It's going to be really left out unless they come out with a new system very, very fast.
The thing is with the Switch, though, is that it is, at its base, nothing more than like a $300 tablet, while the Xbox One is the size of a DVR. And what they're doing with the Switch, I think at least, is pretty impressive, seeing how Mario Kart and many other games can run at 1080p 60 FPS, where the Xbox One can't. Like, for example, Battlefield 1, could it run on... Actually, no, better example, Doom. Doom runs on the Nintendo Switch. Does it run well? Not at all. But it does run, and that is a good example for AAA developers to see, hey, this works. Maybe we can follow in id Software's path and sort of, what am I looking for? And put our games on the Switch, even if it is a very low quality 640p version.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That was supposed to be the plan. There was other third-party developers that supported the Switch day one, and that was clearly supposed to be the plan. To inspire, Ubisoft is, and they supported Nintendo a lot. But seeing as though they supported that system with select games and not their major catalog of titles, they had a lack of faith in Nintendo. Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, it didn't touch the Switch, and I don't see a real reason why it didn't. The Nintendo Switch is as powerful as a PS3, and I don't really understand how a system like the Switch that's on the level of a PS3 can't handle a game like Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know. I just think that they need more time. They need more sales numbers to invest more into the Switch.
But the thing is with the Switch, and again, the PS3 has a lot of room for cooling and stuff like that.
My foot.
Switch,
What the hell is Thematic? I thought he was going to wake up at 11.
That it literally warps
I think you meant
the
11
plastic
tomorrow.
whenever it's in the dock for too long, playing like Breath of the Wild or something. If they can make a bigger version of the Switch, like a stationary version, with much better cooling, possibly even overclocked, that could incentivize Ubisoft, Activision, these huge, EA maybe even, to put their games onto the Switch. Basically.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a nice what if scenario, but I don't know, man. I don't see that happening. I think, like I said, 2 more years left in a generation. I don't see developers turning back to work on a weaker system. They have to get their skills up on working on a more powerful system so they can be ready for the power that's going to be in front of their laps. Now, they have power when they make PC games, but it's not concrete power. It's not concrete power that these third-party developers have with the PC platform, because so many of you guys just don't have the same hardware. You don't have the same graphics card, and that's why a lot of the PC ports are so different, whether they're perfect or they're just a mess. However, I think PC gaming will be a lot better when developers have normalized power between consoles that is going to be powerful, and then those ports will be better suited for PC, because we will either be on your level or above a lot of your levels, and that's what you guys want. You want better power.
I would like for that to happen. I would love for a PS Box 2 to be better, or on the same level, preferably better actually, than a mid-range to high-end gaming PC. That would fuel competitiveness between AMD, Nvidia, and Intel to make better graphics cards, better CPUs, better everything. And it would benefit the gaming industry as a whole if the console makers, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, would keep up and maybe even be ahead of the curve of PC. But
that's good, but you gotta understand, if they're gonna start doing that right now, they can't focus on the Switch at the same time. You can't get ready for the next generation of power and consoles and even PC. You can't get ready for that and still take major focus on a weaker platform. You're gonna have to let go the weakest link. Third-party developers have done this to Nintendo not too long ago with the Wii U. They let that system die as far as third-party support. So they don't have a problem. They don't have a problem ignoring a Nintendo system. It doesn't matter how many people are hyping about it. They don't have a problem ignoring it. Now the Switch is gonna be all right, because the Switch has exclusives, and they have a lot of indie titles that are selling very, very well on the Switch. So I think the Switch is gonna be perfectly fine. But I am hoping in the next 3 years, maybe even 4, there will be a new Nintendo console out that at least has the power settings of an Xbox One, a normal Xbox One, so it can get some more games. Nintendo deserves to have some of the games that we've enjoyed this generation for the consoles, and it just can't get it at this current power, because developers don't want to be bothered with going back to what they did wrong. They want to move on, and that's what they're doing.
Sorry.
They're moving on.
So I remember the question I was going to ask you. I know you've been sort of vocal about this on your channel, and maybe your Twitter, I don't know. You have me. But you don't like crossplay, from what I've seen, just based on titles.
I'm not a big fan of crossplay. I don't see what
more in-depth look, or more in-depth explanation on why you feel the way you do about crossplay.
Speaking of crossplay, as far as the Fortnite hype, I think it's kind of stupid that no credit was given to PlayStation when they wanted to do crossplay, and Xbox didn't want to do it last gen. When the roles were reversed, Xbox was ahead of PlayStation, and the reason they didn't want to do it because they didn't want to, so to speak, make PlayStation relevant. That didn't really matter because they were on a rise with games like Uncharted 2 and 3 and The Last of Us 1, even Infamous 2 and other titles. Exclusives made PlayStation 3 relevant again. So it didn't matter if they didn't want to do crossplay. There were 2 other MMOs, DC Universe Online and Final Fantasy XIV, that was on PC, and they made their way over to the PS3, and we established crossplay with those 2 games. We started having crossplay with PS3, PC, and PS4 with DC Universe Online when the PS4 launched. You didn't even need PlayStation Plus to play that. And that was online only. So there has been crossplay between PS4 for a long time. Rocket League, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that game. It launched on PC and PS4. It had crossplay. King of Fighters 14, which I currently own, that game has crossplay with the PC community that also have access to that title. Street Fighter 5, as you already know, PC and PS4, it has crossplay servers. So my point in not caring about crossplay is that no one else cared when Sony was doing it and Microsoft was not doing it. So I'm trying to figure out why Microsoft should get credit for doing something Sony already did, and why isn't it a bad thing that Sony is doing crossplay and did crossplay for 2 generations now, and Microsoft just started to do it over the last 2 years.
Yeah, why did that happen?
I think the real problem with Sony denying crossplay.
No, I mean, did you hear what I just said? I said that Sony did crossplay for 2 generations. They're not doing it. They're doing it with you guys, the PC community. So you're telling me they're not doing it, but I just told you the history of them doing it. You can't see. This is what I don't understand, and it's what I don't like about the crossplay debate. Once again, you guys want to focus on Fortnite and crossplay right now. You're ignoring that they did it already and they're currently doing it. Final Fantasy 14 is now on an additional platform, which is the PS4. That is 3 platforms doing crossplay. A last generation console, a current generation console, and the PC platform have crossplay with one MMO. There's no props, there's no respect for them doing something like that. But now I'm supposed to forget about that and acknowledge Fortnite's crossplay. After Rocket League that launched this generation, if it wasn't for the PlayStation community making that game popular, it probably would have never even been successful. But it had crossplay with the PC community as well. Street Fighter 5 launched on only 2 platforms. Not a lot of Street Fighter games launch on only 2 platforms, but it was successful because it had crossplay with the PC community. Are you seriously going to start your debate and ignore that? You're going to ignore the history of someone doing crossplay while the other person didn't want to do it.
I'm not talking about history. I'm talking about current events.
History is important. If it wasn't for Sony doing crossplay, Microsoft would have never got the idea to do it. Yes, history is very important. You can't ignore history.
However, it is true, you can't ignore it, but you can exclude it.
Why are you going to exclude something that led us to this point?
Epic Games literally had to make a workaround so that PS4 players could play with any other console, or any other platform, my bad. That's how bad, and Sony's excuse was, we have to protect the children. No, there's something.
I like the way you said it.
Microsoft excuse, which is still bad, but it's at least
shut the hell up, son of Sam.
Protect the children.
Gay boy, I give you a 10 for saying it that way.
Okay, protect the children. I don't know what that is. I'm going to give you my opinion, and this is for everybody that wants to debate me on cross-play in Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite. I spent over $20 on microtransactions. I've deleted Fortnite for the 3rd time of it coming out, and that is Battle Royale. I'm very interested in the base model of Fortnite doing 4-player co-op horde mode. I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale, seeing as though once you die, you have to start everything over and go to another server. It's not something that I've played for many, many years, so I do not like it. It is not something that I like to play. I like to be able to respawn. So, with that being said, I have a lot of people that hate my guts, and I don't have a lot of friends that have other platforms. I have a lot of friends in the PlayStation Legion that do. I'm probably going to own my 2nd platform in this generation. which would probably be the Switch. I might wait for it to go cheaper. I'm probably going to get it at the end of the year. But with that being said, I don't know anybody that's on another platform that I know personally that is bitching or crying about this. Like I told people before, this benefits Microsoft because they're the only big player in this cross-play debate that it will charge for online. Not even PlayStation charges you to play Fortnite online. So if you have a friend on the Xbox Live and you're on the PC, you're playing for free, and they have to pay an online membership. PlayStation Plus is not required for Fortnite Battle Royale, and I don't believe Nintendo's new online subscription is required for Fortnite Battle Royale because, once again, it is labeled under free to play. So if they allow cross-play and continue to make Xbox relevant, they help Microsoft sell their Xbox Live to people that thus have a newfound interest in doing cross-play online. So I don't think Sony is in the market of helping Microsoft survive this generation, let it be 2 years or 3. I don't think they're in this position to just say, we're going to allow you to play with PlayStation gamers and thus have no more reasons to own a PS4 if they only find interest in Fortnite. There are a lot of younger gamers that only play Fortnite. There used to be gamers that just play Call of Duty. This is a different generation, and they like Fortnite more than Call of Duty. If they feel that they don't need a PS4 to play with their friends, they won't need that PS4. They will get an Xbox. That is a sale for Xbox. Allowing cross-play actually helps them. Even if you're not talking about that, you still go back to my later point. Microsoft makes money off of cross-play. They're the only people making so much more money than anybody else because you have to pay for Xbox Live Gold to play a free-to-play title. And that's all free-to-play titles on the Xbox Live. You need to pay for Xbox Live Gold. So you're doing cross-play between Nintendo Switch and Xbox. If you're doing cross-play between Nintendo Switch and Xbox, you need to pay for Xbox Live Gold. So one person is playing for free and the other person has to pay to play. I think that's helping Microsoft, don't you think?
Yes.
Is it alright to charge somebody to play a free-to-play title when everybody else is playing it for free?
It is completely stupid.
So don't you think it would be more interesting to play with the PlayStation community and Xbox community if everybody had crossplay? Isn't that the goal of this outrage? That everybody should be able to play Fortnite together, right?
Everybody should be able to play Fortnite.
Okay, but if all 4 platforms play together, there's still one platform making more money than the other 3.
All 5, by the way.
You said what?
All 5, by the way.
Mobile.
It's iOS, Switch.
Mobile. I forgot about mobile.
Yeah.
You can say 5, you can
iOS,
say 6,
Switch,
but
PC,
6 platforms and one of them is charging you to play online. I don't think that's fair at all.
It is not.
Microsoft benefits whether they're doing cross-play with PS4 or just Nintendo Switch, PC, and mobile, or iOS. They're still the only people that are making money off of the interest of cross-play, the hype of cross-play, the buzz of it, the talks, the debates. They are making money because if your friends want to play with you and they own an Xbox One, they have to pay to play with you on that game.
Okay. Speaking of paid online, in PlayStation Plus, do you think that you should have to pay for online, or do you think that you shouldn't have to? What is your opinion on paid online?
I've been playing for PlayStation Plus before they told us that we needed it for online play, so it didn't really matter. The way I see it, I do use it more for, let's say, the discount element of it, which it started as a discount membership. It helps me a lot more now for discounts I can't say I play each and every one of my games online. I've got tons of single player titles that I don't need online access to play. Would I like to go back to the way of not paying for online? Yes, I think we all would. But Nintendo didn't charge people for online last gen, and you see they changed this gen. Sony didn't do it last gen, but they changed this gen. Microsoft's the only person, and it does go right back to Microsoft. They're the only person that's been charging people to pay for online for 3 generations. The original Xbox, Xbox 360, and now this generation with the Xbox One.
Yes.
Nobody has charged somebody to pay for online for 3 generations. Microsoft has that crown. They have that trophy. They have to own that. And anybody that wants to debate anybody about paying for online, you have to look around at the other console manufacturers that are now charging for online due to Microsoft's influence. So I can't really honestly answer that for everybody else. Me personally, there are benefits to paying for online, knowing that the money for PlayStation Plus has went into making the servers more stable, went into protecting my privacy.
Sony doesn't run the servers.
Sony doesn't run the PlayStation Network servers? You mean the servers for PlayStation Store? You're talking about the
servers. Sony does not maintain those. Those belong to the developer.
So you're talking about the Sony-owned servers for Killzone Shadowfall, the game they produce, the game they own?
I don't know. I don't even know what Killzone Shadowfall is.
It's the game that developers made that are owned by Sony.
They might be owned by Sony.
So you're saying the server is not owned by Sony, but the developer in the game is?
Yes. The manufacturer made the server.
The manufacturer is Sony.
That is not Sony's server.
Wait up. So you're telling me the game that Sony made and the developer that Sony owns, but the server is not made by Sony?
Sony did not make the game. Sony got the developers that make the game.
No. Killzone Shadowfall is made by a Sony-owned developer. Guerrilla Games, the people that made...
But they own the developer that made the game.
Okay, so let me correct you. The server for Killzone Shadowfall, made by Guerrilla Games, the developer of Horizon Zero Dawn, the developer that made the engine with Kojima that is making Death Stranding. That engine, that developer, owned by Sony. They made the servers. Okay? Now, if you want to use another example, like, let's say Call of Duty or Battlefield or any other third-party title, you can use that. But the game that I talked about was made by Sony. It was a Sony developer. Engine is by Sony. That's a Sony server. It was a launch. It was a launch exclusive. It was an online first-person shooter game. It's been around for many, many years. It's a Sony game.
Okay. I'm gonna use another example. EA.
So you don't believe that the revenue from, you don't think the revenue from PlayStation Plus is going back to help the overall network of PlayStation?
It's going to Sony's pockets.
So you don't think Sony is thus using that money to make the place? You don't think the PlayStation Network is better?
6-figure salaries.
So you don't think the PlayStation Network is better?
Is better than what?
So you are telling me that you believe that all the money, all the revenue from PlayStation Plus has not went back in to make the PlayStation Network a better service?
Has some of it, possibly. Has the majority.
So how do you know the majority? Do you have an article saying that it's going into everybody else's pockets except for the network itself?
Let me see.
Do you have any research to provide that the network has stayed the same? Because a lot of people have said the network has gotten better this generation ever since paying for PlayStation Plus, compared to last generation where we got attacked 3 times by Lizard Squad and I think a couple times by Anonymous. And everybody said the reason why we kept getting attacked and kept getting hacked is
Okay.
because we did not pay
So,
for online.
Here is an article from GameFAQs.GameSpot. Rocket League devs said in a Eurogamer article that Sony makes devs host their own servers and Sony does not cover the costs.
Okay, that's an indie developer. That's their responsibility. They made the game. The game was originally only on PC. It came to
That's
PS4.
what I'm saying.
Okay, well, you're telling me a game that started.
Developers, not Sony.
You're telling me a game that started on PC was supposed to be covered by Sony. We're talking about the network, not the server. The server is on the network. We use the network to access the server. Without the network, we can't access that game's server. You're telling me that Sony doesn't have a network. Is that what you're telling me?
Sorry, you cut out.
We're paying
I'm
for
not
a
saying-
network to access the individual game's server. Without the
Sony
network,
does not
without the
put
servers
the
for,
money.
without the servers to host over now 79 million gaming consoles sold. Do you think that we don't need servers to run a good online?
I'm saying that the money that you and all other people who play for PS Plus, that money does not go into server upkeep.
So
games.
why is the server situation no more? Nobody has been bitching about the servers for over a year now. We haven't got hacked by Lizard Squad or Anonymous. Nobody's credit card information got leaked.
That's 'cause
Black Friday and Christmas, we didn't get attacked again. So you mean to tell me they don't have firewalls? You mean to tell me they don't have firewalls? They don't have protections. They don't update the PlayStation Network. They don't give us new firmwares to protect us against hackers. Are you telling me that they're not doing that? They're not giving us server upkeep?
First of all, Lizard Squad, most of them, if not all of them, have been apprehended and jailed by the police.
Okay, but do
Yeah.
you understand that they attacked the PlayStation Network years
They
ago?
attack it because it's weak.
Okay, so they attacked it years ago, right? You admit that they attacked it years ago, and since then they made it stronger. You don't think hackers and people that want to steal my identity have tried again, but were unsuccessful because the network protections are stronger?
Or maybe they weren't at the same skill level as Lizard Squad.
So you believe that the network's security is the same it was when it got hacked by Lizard Squad, but people in 2018 are too stupid to hack into it. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying that Sony does not put the PS Plus money into maintaining game servers. That is the developer's job and the developer's of.
It can't be the developer's job because they don't control the PlayStation Network. They control... Fuck. Hello, I'm gonna have to call you back. Sorry. I'm busy right now with this stupid debate. I'm gonna call you back. Oh, fuck. Bro, this debate is lasting way too fucking long.
Okay. In that case,
Look.
if you're tired.
I'm not tired, man, but you're telling me
Okay.
that the money doesn't go into keeping the network up and running and safe. We're not talking about the servers for the individual developer's video game. We're talking about the network that they use to play and access those games.
Okay. Could a fraction of it? Yes. But does the majority of it? Probably.
Do you have an
more.
article?
90
Do you have an article confirming that the money goes back to the big wigs at Sony?
Okay, where does PS Plus money go? I'm looking it up right now because, frankly, I'm curious as well.
So can I ask you, do you know where the Xbox Live money goes, since Microsoft generates a lot more?
Probably straight to Microsoft.
Okay, so what's the big problem with Sony charging for online, but Microsoft getting away with it for 3 generations? Where was the outrage? Is there a reason? Is there a reason why you're not bitching about Nintendo charging for online this year, but they didn't charge last year?
I am.
Okay, so you're debating me about Sony, but not about Nintendo, but not about Microsoft that did it for 3 generations. But Sony's the bad guy.
All of them are the bad guy.
Yeah, but who started paying for online? Who did it first?
Microsoft.
Okay, and how many generations did they do it? How many generations did they get away with doing it? 3 generations, right?
They did not get away with it.
You don't think they got away with it?
People were still complaining.
They got away with it because everybody else had free online, right?
The thing is with Sony is that they changed.
And they changed because who else started it first?
And that's why Nintendo's not getting away with it as well.
Yeah, but Sony changed because of what? What changed? What started it?
The fact that you need to pay.
Okay, well, you needed to pay also inspired DLC. And DLC inspired loot boxes. It all came from the same place. Being able to get away with charging people for unnecessary services. Microsoft started this shit. You can't get mad at Sony for something they had no control over. They're just doing what everybody else is doing. However, when they started charging you for PlayStation Plus, you did not need PlayStation Plus for online. It was a discount membership. It always has been a discount membership. It never went away. Paying for online was a way for them to cover the online infrastructure, which they clearly needed after getting hacked so many times last generation. I mean, PlayStation Plus came out before they got that major hack last gen. Nobody cared about it, but after the hack was over, they used PlayStation Plus as a gesture of goodwill to give multiple people massive discounts and free games to apologize for them getting hacked.
Why can't they do something like Steam, to where they take a small cut of every sale? Like Steam, I believe it's 3 cents per dollar.
They're not Steam. They're not gonna do what Steam does. You guys are PC gamers, we're console gamers. They're not gonna copy of what you're doing. That's what makes Steam's different. That's what makes console different. They both operate in a different way. That's why I just asked you not too long ago, why don't you guys have a financial backer so you can have better games?
Because we don't need one.
Okay, Sony has one, their console. They finance their own games. They finance their own developers. They finance their own infrastructure.
Okay.
You mean to tell me if you're going to sit up here and tell me that none of the money, not even half of the money or even more of the money goes into the maintenance and for the PlayStation Network, I can't believe that. I'm not going to believe that. If what you believe is true, that means the PlayStation Network will be going down a lot. It's very, very hard to keep up with 79 million gamers online with a horrible online. Your internet provider does that. It's an open platform.
And guess who does that? Steam.
I said your internet provider does that. Your individual server developers, they maintain that stuff. Like Rocket League, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's that developer's responsibility to maintain those servers. Okay, it's not Steam. The game is a multi-platform title. So you got to sit up here and tell me Steam is in control of the Rocket League servers on PlayStation?
No, I'm saying why can't they adopt a Steam-like service?
What? So let me get this straight. PC fans want console to be more like PC. For what reason?
We want consoles to become PCs. Is that what you're getting at here?
No, that's what you're getting at. Putting games on everybody's platforms, doing the same online business model as PC. Basically, you would be a PC. So PC fans want console to be more like PC, and consoles would lose its identity and really kind of wither away like the Dreamcast. And the casualty would be the quality of games coming out. And there will be another gaming crash like in the 80s. And I don't think anybody wants gaming to go away.
That's already happening.
You think that there's a gaming crash?
Could there be soon? Possibly.
And give me an example of why you believe that.
Well, first of all, Sony is allowing shovelware, like absolute trash, on as exclusives. Like, you might remember this, but there was a literal mobile game called Life of Black Tiger, I believe.
Okay, and they since took it off the store. But do you know where most of the shovelware comes from?
PC.
Where? Where at on PC? Where at on PC? It comes from Steam. Now, I don't want to destroy you or the rest of the PC community with a video I've been planning on doing for months now, but if I have to do this and put forth this much effort in doing it, oh my God, you guys are going to get embarrassed. You can't sit up here and say that PS4 is making gaming bad because it has shovelware that it got from Steam. The developers see profit in the PS4 community, so they put their games that were on Steam on the PlayStation Store. So you're telling me that you guys have shovelware. Okay, so... Okay, but listen to this. You just made shovelware seem bad because you talked about one game that has got pulled from the PlayStation Store. Other shovelware has came from the PC. It came from Steam. So whether you're going to say, is shovelware good or shovelware bad?
Shovelware is bad.
Okay, but the shovelware coming from the PlayStation is coming from Steam, right? Yeah, it's coming from Steam. Those games are still available on Steam. Can you name another game other than Black Tiger because it's no longer on the PlayStation Store? They do take games down. There was a game called Nebula Realms. The game was very, very shitty. The developer had to take 6 months in making the game better, and they put it back on the store. Trust me. They don't leave garbage on the store all the time.
Every system. I am on GameFAQs.GameSpot again. Every system has shovelware. Disney licensed games, stuff like that.
Okay, but can you look at the Steam store and find a game that you believe to be shovelware? Like this game called Shower with Your Dad?
I mean, that's not shovelware, that's a novelty game.
Is that a good game?
It's Shower with Your Dad Simulator, okay?
Is that a game that you think people should advertise on television?
I mean, if they want to, go ahead.
But they don't, because it's very inappropriate.
I mean, it's a successful game, whether it be bad or not. It is purely novelty. Shovelware is games like Aid Simulator, where it's just there to troll. It's an asset flip, stuff like that.
So, PlayStation has shovelware because a game you remember to be on the store is no longer on the store, but the games that are on PS4 right now that are shovelware came from Steam, but because they came from Steam, you can't label them shovelware. Is that what you're getting at?
I can label them shovelware.
Okay, but they came from your platform first, right?
Like, let me see. Let me go to my game.
So, I mean, there's not a single game that you can tell me that is shovelware that is still on the PlayStation Store that didn't come from Steam.
Shovelware.
Huh?
Ironside is subjectively shovelware.
What is?
Those are all people. As far as I'm concerned, those are all people that I have in my library for some reason.
I'm gonna have to go to the store. What game did you just say?
Let me see. Iron Sight, which subjectively is a bad game. Let me see. Old TV. And where's the other one? I can't find the other one, but there's one other.
I'm on a PlayStation Store right now. Every game that you talk about, I attempt to search. I did not see Iron Sight, so that game didn't make it over. Not every game makes it over from Steam, clearly, as you know.
Yes. Where's some more shovelware? Oh wait, let me just like dig down deep into the store page. Okay. Let's say a sports game. It's re-released every year. It's pretty much the same game. Would you consider that as shovelware?
You're talking about any sports game?
As in sports games that are repeated every year. Like
I think those games are under the title of milk. I don't like them. I don't support them. I do believe they're milked. A game that is dead and no longer should receive another version. It should receive updates for free. I don't believe that they need to bring out another version if all it needs is a graphical update that can release via a patch. So yes, those games are falling under milk. Similar to Assassin's Creed before they made Origins. It was pretty much the same shit over and over again, uncalled for, but they still put it out and people still bought the game. So it was milked.
Okay. So I'm all out of questions. Have you thought of any more?
No, not really. You heard of a game called Stardew Valley?
Yes.
Yes.
I personally liked it.
Yes, I have that on my PS Vita. I got what is that shit called? Cross-buy. It's similar to cross-play, but if you buy it one time, it doesn't matter what PlayStation platform you have it on. You have it on every other platform for free as well. And that was an indie game. It started out on your platform, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is true.
Yes. But look, man, it's been fun debating you for this last 2 hours. But I gotta go.
Sure. But,
Oh my god, that was annoying. Son of Sam, you fell asleep? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Son of Sam, you're still asleep, buddy? Cat burglar. Fucking cat burglar. know I ain't get no fucking silver for that shit, bro. What the fuck is that shit? Oh, fuck me. I know, Cody, man. These guys sound exactly the damn same. I can do better than that. I know I can. Come on, buddy. I know you can do better than that. I love this fucking game. It's testing my damn limits. I love this game. There you go. Got that motherfucker. Snipped it right there. Got that gold trophy. Man, that's a lot more money than I thought it was gonna be. Drive Club is fucking awesome. I mean, damn, man, that's a lot of fucking shit, man. I'm not doing that crap. That's a new one? I get 20,000 for doing this. Trying to get enough money to buy this car I really want. Okay, all the PC fans are asleep. Okay, let's do this shit. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. My TV is telling me they want me to, sorry. They're telling me that my TV hasn't been moving for a while, and that they're gonna cut it off, and I can't have that. There we go. I don't want that. Don't seem to have a... Are you fucking serious? What? Penalty. I would've failed anyway, cause okay, whatever, man. This shit is really irking me. Oh fuck, I did it. Yeah, man, I didn't know I was gonna be able to do that shit. Bro, I might actually be able to do this shit. Give me some easy money. I got a gift? What the hell is this shit? Damn it, I wanted that. I wanted that other one. Brand, damn it, fucking bitch. Ah, man, it's a good car, but I did want the other one. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful car. Look at that. That's cool, man. I only get 13 gold for that. I don't want that. I need more than that. I need more. I need to get this fucking 3,000. I can do this. Lap attack, huh? I could do this. I could fucking do this. God, I love this fucking game. I haven't had enough time spending with certain games. Maybe after all these debates I can start playing games again. Let's do it. Oh fuck. I knew it was a fucking catch this shit. You little bitch. Oh, I'm late. Something I'm doing wrong. I'll figure it out. Fucked up real bad that time, didn't I? I'm trying to make some easy money with these time trials real quick. Keep getting slower and slower. What the hell? Damn, man. I got even slower. My trick is nothing's working right now. I'm getting even slower around that corner. I'm gonna find out what the fuck's going on. I want to get doomed so bad. $14, that's not bad at all. It's the turn. That's what it is. Damn it, man. Fuck. Hurry up and get this over with. Penalty? I give up. Give me the money that you were gonna give me. Fuck it. All I can do right now is the silver. Fuck it. Let's see what we can do with this. Well, I'm dead. Oh, fuck me. Stupid ass fucking penalty. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Got a trophy. Not today, buddy. I'm gonna beat my shadow. Fuck that. I'm not getting no fucking penalty. Fuck all that noise. Ah, fuck. Damn it, I got a fucking penalty. Nine, that means that would have been... Oh, I keep hitting the wall. Some retarded people. Fucking little bitch. I almost had that damn silver. Shit. Should've sped up enough. Yeah, PC fans hate Sony, but when you debate these guys, you make them look at themselves, and they don't even understand why they hate Sony in the first fucking place. Thank goodness, I barely made that shit. Fuck. All I need is 20,000 more dollars. That's all I need. If I get 20,000 more, I can buy this damn car. What the fuck? I'm gonna leave what I got and say fuck it. Cool. Who's this SH guy? Trap. Would have been 48, but I cut across. They penalized me for that. Crap, man, fuck. I knew they were gonna penalize me for that. So they went around. We drive a shadow to chase. And how fast I am. Fuck it. Good shit. It's Gran Turismo Sport. Never mind. I gotta text it to you guys because. Oh boy. It's Gran Turismo Sport, if you can hear the sound of my voice. That's the name of the game that I'm playing. Got a shitty car, didn't I? It's a Mercedes. It's not that bad. Okay, I got enough money to buy that roll note that I wanted. I am about to go buy that. Watch this. All that money I was saving up, I want to buy something good. Nope, not buying you. Nope. There you go. Yeah, it has good VR mode. Oh man, look at this game. It looks like water on a 4K TV in 60 frames. We're gonna stop playing a little bit, but let me go, I'm broke. I don't got no more money. So I'm gonna go customize this vehicle real quick. This is my pride and joy. Let's see what we got. It's a pretty good car. Got some good skins for it. Let's see what we got. I like this. That's pretty good. Ah, look at this one. So guys, for Gran Turismo, you got tons of free skins to pick up all the time for your different cars. And they're free. After you buy the game, which is all in-game currency by the way, you can earn it from racing or doing time trials like I was doing. However you want to do it, you get that money, you get the game, you get the car, but then I mean, all of the car skins are free. I like this one. Ah, I like this one. It's got PlayStation on the side. Good shit. Oh my god, this is a Venom one? A Venom car? Oh man, I'm gonna need that one. I like the art in this one. Yes, the Smoking Aces card. Yes. You can spend hours just going through these themes. They got 321 for just this car that are made just particularly for this car. And it's fucking awesome. I got to the end. Good amount. Yeah. Game's fucking awesome. Look at that. That's fucking beautiful. A lot of history in this game too. They show you all the history for this. For all types of cars, no matter what time, what anywhere. Man, this is fucking awesome. Such a great game. Great libraries. Guys, I'm telling you, people will sit up here and they will let you know their opinions about this system, but I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of PCs out in the world that can't handle this. You just can't. I mean, this is just fucking awesome, man. Fucking awesome. We were talking about freedom. This is what freedom is. God, this game is fucking awesome. Beautiful right here. Beautiful artwork. I need this vehicle right here. I don't have it, but I want it. Shit looks awesome. It's like a monetized, sorry, I'm sleepy. It's like a modified Volkswagen Beetle. Looks fucking awesome. Yeah, that shit looks awesome, man. Well, guys, it is late. I'm gonna try to watch this Netflix movie. But damn, these debates really take it out of you, man. But I'll see you later.